everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to learn how to make this beautiful crochet top. It is made of the ribbed stitch when it comes to the bra cups, as you'll see later on, and then when it comes to the bottom part, it has this beautiful pattern. It's like leaves of some sort, and yeah, this is the bottom part, and then the top part is made of the ribbed stitch for the bra cups, and then it has these beautiful sturdy crochet straps that I'll be teaching you how to make in this video. If you would like the written pattern, it's already available on all my online shops, and this top can be matched with our Ocean Waves crochet skirt that already has a tutorial as well as a written pattern on all my online shops. So all the links and the details of this video will be linked in the description box below, so don't forget to check them out. And this is a front tie design. As you can see here, you can open it up, and then it has straps at the front to tie right below the bust, in the middle of the bust, as you've seen the images at the beginning of the video. So let's jump right into the materials. The materials, I'll be using this yarn. It's made in Italy. I don't know how to pronounce the name, but if you can get a hold of it, it's very beautiful stretchy yarn, and it is 30% acrylic, 70% wool. Super stretchy, as you can see here. That's why I chose it for the project that I'm working on. And then it recommends 2.5 to 3 millimeter crochet hook. So I'll be using a 3 millimeter crochet hook, and then you'll also need a pair of scissors. So let's get started. Alright guys, now for the bra cups, you're going to start off with a magic ring. You're going to roll over your yarn like this, and you're going to insert your hook under and then pull this working yarn, but you're not going to close it up entirely. So that's my magic ring. You're going to hold your work like this, and you're going to make a chain of 3. That chain of 3 counts as a double crochet. Now we're going to go into the magic ring with 4 more double crochets to make a total of 5 double crochets. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. That's 1 double crochet. Repeat that. 2 double crochets, 3 double crochets, and 4 double crochets. So since the chain 3 at the beginning of the row or round counts as a double crochet, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 stitches right now. And then you're going to make a chain of 2, place 5 double crochets into the magic ring. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So just like that, we have our second group of 5 double crochets. If you feel like you can't hold very well, you can reduce on the size of the magic ring, just like that, just by pulling on the tail. And then you're going to make a chain of 2 and place 5 double crochets into the magic ring. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that is a total of 3 groups of 5 double crochets in the magic ring. Now what we're going to do is pull on the tail and entirely close this magic ring. You're going to just pull on it just like this, so that the magic ring can close up. And now we're going to wind up our round one by placing a half double crochet into the topmost chain of the first chain 3 of the round. So yarn over, insert your hook into the top of the first chain 3 of the round, insert your hook, pull up a loop. You'll have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all, just like that. So these chain spaces, this one, this one, this one, Actually, this is not a chain space, it's just a space, but these are chain spaces. These are going to create the corners of the bra cup. So we're going to go on to our next round, which is round 2. You're going to make a chain of 3, which counts as a double crochet. Go into the same exact space or corner with a double crochet. So that counts as 2 double crochets in this space or corner. Now you're going to go into the very first, this chain 3 at the beginning of the previous round is going to get a front post double crochet. So you yarn over and go under the stitch, the chain 3 stitch, which counts as a double crochet. You go under it and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2, and that is a front post double crochet. And then for the next stitch, you're going to do a back post double crochet. So you yarn over, go to the back and push the stitch, work around the post of the stitch and push it to the back, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's a back post double crochet. For the next one, you front post double crochet. So you push the post of the stitch to the front and place your double crochet as usual. For the next stitch, you place a back post double crochet. So yarn over, go to the back of the stitch, work around the post, pushing the stitch to the back, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's a back post double crochet. And then the stitch before the space or the corner should always be a front post. So yarn over, front post double crochet into the last stitch before the corner, and then into the corner or the space you're going to place 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, and then make a chain of 2 and 2 more double crochets into the same exact space or corner, just like that. So after this, you're going to repeat the same exact thing that we've done on this side. So front post double crochet in the first stitch right after the space, and then back post double crochet in the next stitch. I think by now you know how to front post and back post. Front post double crochet into the next, back post double crochet into the next, and then front post double crochet into the stitch before the next corner. So you should always end with a front post, and then into the chain 2 space we always place 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 more double crochets into the same exact space or corner, just like that. So after this, you're going to repeat the same exact process. So front post double crochet into the next stitch, back post double crochet into the next, front post double crochet into the next, and back post double crochet into the next. And as you can see, we have 1 stitch left, and it's going to get a front post double crochet because it's the stitch right before the corner. So in this space, you're going to place 2 double crochets and then half double crochet on top of the first chain 3 of the round. Remember, this side we already placed this double crochet and the chain 3 that counts as a double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook into the top of the first chain 3 of the round, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all. So that's how to wind up round 2. So do you see how easy this pattern is? We're going to just keep repeating that. I'm going to show you one more time working round 3 so that you don't get confused, and then you'll keep growing your bra cup to your desired size, following the same exact instructions. So round 3, we start with a chain of 3, just like we did for the previous round. Make a chain of 3, and into that space or corner you're going to place a double crochet, and that counts as our first 2 double crochets of the round placed into the corner. Now we are going to do a front post double crochet in the first stitch of the previous round, back post double crochet into the next stitch, front post double crochet into the next stitch, back post double crochet into the next stitch. So when it comes to these stitches that are already creating that texture, we place a front post in each front post and a back post in each back post double crochet. You should see that if you happen to reach this point and you're placing a back post in a front post double crochet, that means you made an error somewhere. So once you're done with this front post, then back post double crochet into the next stitch, and then we always end with a front post double crochet before the corner, just like that. And then you're going to go into the chain 2 space with 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 more double crochets into the same exact space or corner of the break-up. And then we always start with a front post double crochet right after the corner. We start with a front post and then a back post into the next stitch, front post double crochet into the next stitch, back post double crochet into the next stitch. So you can see I'm placing a front post in each front post and a back post in each back post double crochet until we are done with the textured stitches. Then we have these 2 left. You're going to go into the next one with the back post double crochet, and then the one right before the corner should always be a front post double crochet. And then we have this corner or the chain space. You're going to place 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 more double crochets into the same exact space. So just like that, we're going to repeat the same exact thing here. Front post, back post. And once you're done with these 2 stitches, you go to placing a front post in each front post and a back post in each back post all the way across until you're done with the textured stitch, just like this. And then for the last 2, you place a back post in the second last stitch before the corner, and then a front post in the last stitch before the corner, just like that. And to wind up your round, this is a corner, so you will place a total of 2 double crochets in that space. But this time, since we are coming to the end of the round and this side already has the 2 stitches, you're going to yarn over and go on top of the first chain 3 of the round with a half double crochet. Yarn over, pull through all. So that marks the end of round 3. We're going to repeat this round again and again until you see your work starting to form this texture. You can see that ribbed texture. You're going to keep working and I'll let you know how many rounds I ended up with, but try it on yourself to make sure you have enough coverage for the bust that you're working for. But I'll be recommending a number of rounds for the different sizes, but this will also depend on the stretch of the yarn that you have decided to use for this project. So this is what we have for our break-up. Alright, so since my yarn is stretchy, I didn't want to do so many rows, because if I take this measurement without stretching, I have 7 inches already, but when I stretch it, it goes to even 10 inches. So for my medium size, I decided to do a total of 10 rows, and I'll be recommending a number of rows to make or rounds to make for the different sizes, but that will entirely depend on the stretch of your yarn. Mine is stretchy, as you can see, so a little goes a long way. So if your yarn is not stretchy, you may consider adding about 1 or 2 rows or rounds in order to accommodate your bust coverage. So once you get your desired number of rounds for your break-up, keep trying it on, and once you get your best coverage, you're going to start working on the straps. So for the straps, you're going to work in this same exact corner where we've ended our very final round. So you're going to make a chain of 3 and go into that same exact half double crochet space and place 1 double crochet. So I'm going to make my popular straps that we always do for our crochet projects. So chain 3 and go in between the 2 stitches below, in between there, in the space below, and place a double crochet. This is going to create little segments for our strap. So I want a total of 40 segments for my top. So far these are 3, and I'm going to go ahead and keep chaining 3 and double crocheting between the 2 stitches below until I have a total of 40 segments for my strap, and then I'll come back and show you what to do next. Alright guys, I am making my 40th segment for my strap, and this is how long it is. So just to be sure of the measurement, I have about 20 inches for the strap, as you can see here, approximately 20 inches. Now from here, we're going to go back on that strap, creating more thickness for the strap. And to do that, you're going to make a chain of 3 and go into the very first strap, the very first segment. Turn your work onto the side, and you're going to go into the first segment and place a single crochet, and then make a chain of 3, go into the next segment and place a single crochet. So you can see the single crochets are worked on this side with the double crochet, not the side with the chain 3. So chain 3, single crochet into the next segment, and you're going to repeat that all the way back to the body of that bra cup. So we are moving all the way from here down to the body of the bra cup. Alright, now we're coming back to the body of the bra cup, and we're making a chain of 3 and single crocheting into the very last segment towards the body of the bra cup, and then you're going to make a chain of 3 and slip stitch into the half double crochet space where we started our strap from, and then from here you're going to make a chain of 1 and cut your yarn, leaving a strand behind for weaving in. So this is what our bra cup is going to look like. You're going to get your darning needle, turn your work to the back, because this bra cup already has a back side and a front side. It's very evident since we weren't turning our work every other row. So this is the back side. You turn your work to the back side and use a darning needle to weave in that tail. Make sure you secure it very well. And just like that, we have our very first bra cup ready. You're going to get rid of these loose ends and also weave in the exact middle tail. Make sure you just don't cut it. Make sure you weave it in, because if you cut it badly, it can unravel the whole project. So go into a few stitches. Make sure you don't distort the pattern on the right side of your work. Okay, so after weaving that in, you're going to cut off the excess yarn, and this is how clean our very first bra cup is. We're going to go ahead and make an identical bra cup so that we have 2 of them, and then I'll meet you back after that. Alright guys, we have our two backups ready at this point. Both have straps at the top. The multiple for the starting chain is a multiple of 24 plus 5 chains. So I'm going to start off with a total of 48 plus 5 chains. So start off with a slip knot and make your multiple of 24 plus 5 chains. So I'm doing a total of 48 chains, which is 24 times 2, and then adding 5 chains at the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So when you get your multiple of 24 chains, you're going to add 5 chains to it. So let's go on to row 1. For row 1, you're going to go into the 4th chain from the hook. So you're going to count from here, 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th, you're going to place 1 double crochet. And you're going to continue to double crochet once in each and every chain across. So a double crochet is yarn over, insert your hook into the chain, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. That's in the US terms. Continue to double crochet once in each and every chain across until the end of the row. Alright, so we are coming to the end of the row, and I'm still placing 1 double crochet in each and every chain until I come to the end. So I'm placing my very last double crochet into the very last chain of the row, and that marks the end of row 1. After your row 1, you'll have something that looks like this. We're going on to row 2. Row 2, you're going to make a chain of 1, turn your work, single crochet into the very first stitch. So the chain of 1 doesn't count as anything. So after your single crochet, you're going to make a chain of 1, skip 1 stitch, and then single crochet into the next. Insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all. And then you're going to make a chain of 1, half double crochet into the next stitch after skipping 1 stitch. So yarn over, skip 1 stitch, insert your hook, pull up a loop. You'll have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all. That's a half double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, double crochet into the next stitch. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. So that's a double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, 1 treble crochet into the next stitch. So yarn over twice, insert your hook, after skipping a stitch of course, pull up a loop. You have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. That's a treble crochet. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, 1 treble crochet into the next stitch. So yarn over twice, skip this stitch, insert your hook, pull up a loop. You have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. That's a treble crochet. So we have single, single, half double, double, treble, treble. Now we're going to make a chain of 1 and skip a stitch and double crochet into the next. Chain 1, skip a stitch, half double crochet into the next, chain 1, skip a stitch, single crochet into the next, chain 1, skip a stitch, and single crochet into the next. So this is what is going to create that wavy look. So from here you're going to repeat the same exact sequence. So you can see how we have the 2 single crochets here. Single crochet, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, single crochet. It's the same exact thing that we have at the beginning of the row. So we are going to repeat this sequence until we come back to the single crochets. So let's see how to do that again. You're going to make a chain of 1, skip 1 stitch, half double crochet into the next stitch, chain 1, skip a stitch, double crochet into the next stitch, chain 1, skip a stitch, treble crochet into the next stitch, chain 1, skip a stitch, treble crochet into the next stitch, like that, chain 1, skip a stitch, double crochet into the next, chain 1, skip a stitch, half double crochet into the next, chain 1, skip a stitch, single crochet into the next, chain 1, skip a stitch, and single crochet into the next. So you can see what this has created. So we are going to repeat that again and again and again. I'll be leaving some instructions on the screen for you to follow so that you don't get confused. So chain 1, skip a stitch and half double crochet into the next, chain 1, skip a stitch, double crochet into the next, chain 1, skip a stitch, treble crochet into the next, chain 1, skip a stitch, treble crochet into the next, chain 1, skip a stitch and double crochet into the next, chain 1, skip a stitch and half double crochet into the next, chain 1, skip a stitch and single crochet into the next, and chain 1, skip a stitch and single crochet on top of the chain 3 at the end of the previous row. So you should be ending with a single crochet into the very last stitch, which is the chain 3 on the edge. So this marks the end of row 2. You're going to keep repeating that, and it's going to start creating bumps as well as a wavy pattern for your project. Now let's go on to row 3. Alright guys, for row 3 you're going to start off with a chain of 1, turn your work. The chain of 1 doesn't count as anything, so you're going to go into the very first stitch with a single crochet into the very first single crochet, chain 1, skip the next chain 1 space, this one, and then single crochet into the next single crochet, chain 1, half double crochet into the next half double crochet after the skipping the chain 1 space. So you're placing a half double crochet after skipping the chain 1 space. So what we are basically doing is placing the same exact stitches on top of the stitches that we had for the previous row. So if you had a treble crochet, you're going to place a treble crochet on top of it. Then if you had a double crochet, you're going to place a double crochet on top of it. And keep doing this all the way across. This is going to end up creating that split pattern for the leaf design, as you can see here. So it's like this is the first half of the leaf and this is the second half of the leaf. So you're going to keep repeating that, placing the same exact stitch that you had for the previous row on top. So chain 1, half double crochet into the half double crochet from the previous row, chain 1, double crochet into the next double crochet from the previous row, chain 1, treble crochet into the treble crochet from the previous row, just like that. So you're going to repeat this all the way across, and I'll meet you back towards the end of the row. So we are coming to the end of the row, and I'm still placing the same exact stitches that we had for the previous row and placing them on top of each other, of course with a chain 1 space in between. single crochet, chain 1, and 1 single crochet into the very last stitch, and that marks the end of row 3. This is what you should have. For row 4, you're going to start off with a chain of 3, which counts as a double crochet, and then you're going to go into the next chain 1 space with 1 double crochet, then into the next stitch with 1 double crochet. So keep placing 1 stitch in each stitch and 1 double crochet in each chain 1 space. So we're going into each stitch and each chain 1 space with a double crochet to create that block pattern. Keep doing that all the way across, and I'll meet you back at the end of the row. Alright, so we're coming to the end of row 4, and I am still placing 1 double crochet in each stitch and 1 double crochet in each chain 1 space, making sure I end with a double crochet in the very last single crochet. And this is what row 4 looks like. Alright, so for row 5, you're going to start off with a chain of 5, turn your work, skip 1 stitch and treble crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch and double crochet into the next stitch, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, half double crochet into the next stitch, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, single crochet into the next, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, single crochet into the next. So this is what you should have. From here, you're going to just repeat the sequence. So from single, you're going to skip 1 stitch, half double, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, double, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, treble, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, treble, chain 1, double crochet after skipping a stitch, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, half double, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, single crochet, chain 1, skip 1 stitch and single crochet. And I hope from here you can pick it on and keep working the pattern until the end of the row. So we've reached the last half of the curve, and this is a single crochet. We've already placed the first single crochet and the second single crochet here. So you continue with chain 1, skip 1 stitch, half double crochet into the next, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, double crochet into the next, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, treble crochet into the next. So you should be left with 2 stitches. You're going to make a chain of 1, prepare for a treble crochet by yarning over twice, skip 1 stitch and place the treble crochet on top of the chain 3 at the edge of the previous row. And you're going to have something that looks like this. So this is row 5. So for row 6, you're going to start off with a chain of 5, which counts as a treble crochet, chain 1. Turn your work, treble crochet into the next treble crochet, chain 1, double crochet into the next double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet into the next half double crochet, chain 1, single crochet into the next single crochet, chain 1, single crochet into the next single crochet. So it's something that is almost close to what we did for row 3, just mirroring the same exact stitches on top of each other. So we are placing the same stitches that we have for row 5 onto row 6. Chain 1, double into the next double, chain 1, treble into the next treble, chain 1, treble into the next treble, chain 1, double into the next double, chain 1, half double into the next half double, chain 1, single into the next single. So we're going to just repeat that all the way across, and you can see what that is creating. So you're going to keep repeating the same exact thing all the way across until towards the end, where I'll show you how to wind up the row. So we're coming to the end of row 6, and I am still placing the same exact stitch that we had for the previous row, chaining 1, half double crochet into the next half double crochet, chain 1, double crochet into the next double crochet, chain 1, treble crochet into the next treble crochet. And when you come to the end here, you're going to make a chain of 1, skip one chain of the chain 5 and go into the next chain with 1 treble crochet, and that marks the end of row 6, and this is what you should have. All right, so for row 7, you're going to make a chain of 3, turn your work, and you're going to go into the chain of 3 counts as a stitch, so it's attached to the very first stitch. You're going to go into the next chain 1 space with 1 double crochet, and the next stitch with 1 double crochet. So we're just going all the way across, placing 1 double crochet in each stitch and 1 double crochet in each chain 1 space all the way across. So keep working that, and I'll meet you back towards the end of the row. All right, now we're coming to the end of row 7, and I am still placing 1 double crochet in each chain 1 space and into each stitch until I get to the final chain 5 on the edge. So to do this, to end up your row, you're going to go into the chain 5 space with 1 double crochet, and then you're going to count from the base of the chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and into that 4th chain of the chain 5, counting from the base, you're going to place a double crochet. This is going to create a block pattern just like we have for row 4, as you can see here. And from here, I'm going to be mentioning the repeat rows. You're going to repeat rows 2 to 7. It's a 6-row repeat, so from rows 2 to 7, and you're going to end up having something that looks like this when you keep alternating. When you keep repeating rows 2 to 7, you're going to have those leaves alternating in position, one placed in the exact middle of the previous 2, and you're going to have something like this. So you're going to keep repeating rows 2 to 7 until this panel can wrap around your underbust when stretched. We want it to go all around the underbust when stretched, so that we can tie it at the front of our top. So keep working until you get to that point, and I'll see you then. All right guys, so I continued to repeat rows 2 to 7 until I had a total of 64 rows, and that gave me my rib cage circumference when stretched. So not fully that it's going to be like very stretched, but enough stretch to wrap around the rib cage entirely. So I did a total of 64 rows, and this is what I have. So we're going to introduce our bra cups, and make sure the straps are on the top side of the bra cups. So we're going to be placing them on this edge of the top. If you want an opening at the front, you have to place them here. So what we are going to do is to first clean up the edges of the bottom band. We're going to, after your very last stitch, we're now going to work along the upper edge of our bottom band just to clean it up a bit, and then we shall come back and attach our bra cups. So from here you're going to make a chain of 1 and place 2 single crochets in each and every double crochet space. And then there are these rows that start with single crochets. You're going to just skip over them and then go into the double crochet row with 2 single crochets, and then 2 single crochets into the next double crochet space. So we are just going into the double crochet spaces and placing 2 single crochets. Alright, so we're going to clean up the top edge of the bottom band of our top, and we're going into the double crochet spaces only with a total of 3 single crochets. Leave alone these rows that start with single crochets. We're just going into the double crochet spaces with 3 single crochets. So this is a double crochet space, so it will get 3 single crochets there. Then go into the next double crochet space with a total of 3 single crochets. So you're going to repeat that all the way across, only going into the double crochet spaces. Only the rows that start with double crochet or chain 3, and you're going to place 3 single crochets into them. So this is how clean our edge is. So you're going to go all the way across, and I'll meet you back at the end of the row. Alright, so we've made it all the way across, and I'm placing my last 3 double crochets into the last chain 3 space, and this is what you should have. Now from here you're going to make a chain of 1 and cut your yarn, pull through, and then you're going to fold your work into 2. Just fold it and mark the exact middle stitch. So it will be around here. Mark the exact middle stitch of your project, just like that. Actually, we don't need that for now, unless if you're going to place your bra cups like this. I think this is another version of the top that I'll do later on. So after cleaning up the top edge, you're going to fold it over so that the opening is on this side. The opening of the wrapping is facing you, and you're going to get a darning needle and a long strand of yarn. That's the yarn that we're going to use to attach the bra cups onto what we already have. So you can see what we have. So we're going to go into the very first stitch of the bottom band and the very first double crochet on this side. Actually, we can start from the chain 2 space so that we grab that corner. So into the half double crochet space, we're going to attach there, and then continue to attach into each and every stitch until the end of the bra cup. So stitch to stitch until the bra cup is entirely attached onto the bottom band of the top. So you can see how easy it is to attach after cleaning up the edges of the bottom band. Otherwise we wouldn't be seeing any stitches to attach to. So This helps a lot to keep organized and also makes work a little bit simpler. Alright, so you can see what we have right now. You're going to go all the way across until we finish up the break-up, and then we shall come back to this side and do the same exact thing. Alright, so at the end you make sure you join the half double crochet space, which is in between the 2 double crochets, and you can go ahead to do that 2 times just to secure it. And then this is what we have. We have one side joined, and you're going to turn your work to the back side and weave in this tail to secure it very well. Alright, so we are done with the very first break-up. We're going to go ahead and attach the second one with our darning needle. So we've attached the first one to this end. You're going to just go ahead and attach the second one to this end from this side all the way inwards, and then I'll show you what we have after that. Alright guys, after attaching your break-ups, you'll have something that looks like this. So you're going to make chains at this point and at this point to tie at the front of the top. So you're going to grab your hook and yarn, and for this one I'm going to use a double strand just because my yarn is a little bit thin, so I'll use a double strand to make these straps. So go into the same stitch with a single crochet, and then you can switch to a bigger hook. So I'm using a 4mm crochet hook for the straps, the front straps. So I'm going to make a chain of 100. So I have my chain of 100, and I'll cut my yarn, pull through, and then cut off the excess yarn, just like that. And I'm going to do the same exact thing on the opposite side. Alright, so we have both our straps ready. And what we are going to do right now is just tie at the front like this. Just make a knot, and the excess part of the straps is going to just flow at the front of the top, and it's going to be an open top at the front. So this is how the back side will look like. It has an opening, and then this is the band at the back of the top. That's basically it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed making this one, and make sure you tag me in your finished projects, and don't forget to check out the written pattern. It's available on all my online shops, and I'll see you in my next one. Let's see the finished images.